Thank you for stopping by to listen to my dad, Larry Witcher, otherwise known as the Professor of Useless Knowledge. I hope you enjoy it.
Okay, got to get the professor in here this morning. Come on in here, Larry.
I'm in here, man.
Hey, good morning to you.
It's a good morning to you and everybody else out there.
Yeah.
Now, we're not going to elaborate on this at all, but you keep talking about how many birthdays is in September.
Boy, there's a bunch of them. You've been hearing me read all these birthdays. I've never seen so many.
Well, now, you know what the month is? September is the 9th month.
Yeah.
January is notoriously one of our coldest days.
Yeah. Coldest months.
Coldest months.
Yeah.
And then if you figure that there's a lot of celebration around the first of the year.
Yeah.
Now, that's as far as we're going.
Okay.
We're through with that. But now, we got to go get you persimmon seed, Julio.
Oh, yeah. That time of year, ain't it? Yeah.
You got to cut that persimmon seed to see what we're going, kind of winter we're going to have.
Now, can you cut, let me ask you this. Now, you cut the persimmon seed. Does a persimmon have to be ripe, or can you cut a green one?
You could probably cut a green one. Right now, they ripen up. They ripe.
Okay.
If they're not as good now, they're still bitter.
Yeah.
But they done started turning. They're better when the frost hits them, the persimmons. But you can take it, cut it, get the seed out, split it on the, it's a flat like seed.
Yeah.
Split it where it'll be split long ways. If you got a fork in there, then you're going to have a mild winter.
All right.
If you got a knife in there, it's going to be bitterly cold, biting cold.
Gonna cut you.
But if you got a spoon in there,
what's that mean?
You're going to have a snowy winter.
Oh, okay.
And I've already been told that there is a spoon in the persimmon seed, so I got to go out and check it.
We gotta find that out now. We gotta know.
That's in a farmer's almanac. So, and it don't tell no stories. Anything been here long as the farmer's almanac.
Two books you gotta have. That's the Bible and the Farmer's Almanac.
Right, the Bible is the only one older than the Farmer's Almanac.
Okay.
How's your turnip greens coming?
They're coming along good. I had one little small patch that I planted up around the house where I could look out the red. We've already eaten some off of them, but the big field of greens is about finger high, about 4 inches tall.
Well, mine's coming on up too. But now, did you know that is claimed to be the world's most perfect food?
Really?
Turnip green.
Okay.
It's the world's most perfect food, and but I disagree with a lot of the way they say cook them and all. See, it's better. It's better than cabbage and broccoli and all those other things as a health food.
Right.
But they say we cook ours. You can go down and get a sack full of turnip salad.
Mm-hmm.
Bring it up and put it in the biggest boiler you can get.
Mm-hmm.
Put it on your stove when your mama gets through cooking it. You got a little bit down in the bottom of the boiler.
That's right.
It just goes away to nothing.
Yeah.
And the reason, and then to make it really good, Julio, you throw a chunk of fat back over in there with it.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of folks don't eat fat back.
Well, a ham hock or piece of ham bone or something like that.
Yeah, ham bone, and throw it over there, and you cook it, and then you cook you some crackling cornbread to eat with it. But now they claim that we've got something right there, Julio, that tastes good. Now, you may have to drop just a teeny bit of sugar in it when you cook it, because it's got that calcium content in it, high calcium content, and it's a kind of a bitter taste.
Yeah.
So, but just throw a little bit of sugar in it, but then the health folks, they done fell out with us now for putting a little tad of sugar in it. The way they recommend to eat it to get the full nutritional value.
Eat it raw.
Well, it's just not quite that way. You take it and you cut it in half-inch slices, cut it in about little half-inch slices, and you let it set about 5 minutes to kind of enhance it. That way, after it's been cut. Then you steam it for 5 minutes, Julio.
Steam it, okay.
Steam it, and then put Mediterranean dressing on it. I think the Mediterranean dressing folks come up with that idea.
Yeah, they try to sell some dressing, yeah.
But now, can you imagine sitting down at a table with turnip salad steamed 5 minutes and a chunk of cornbread and a glass of buttermilk?
I could see eating cabbage that way, but not turnip salad.
Turnip salad, you got to cook that stuff.
Yeah.
But it is good. And you were talking about sandwiches earlier this year. Darryl Morris used to claim that a turnip salad sandwich was his best sandwich.
He eat that in a piece of cornbread, didn't he?
Well, yeah, you take a little 6-inch iron skillet, pour a little bit of cornbread in, where when it swelled up, it's about 5/8 inch thick. Then you split that and put turnip greens inside of it.
Yeah.
And sprinkle it with pepper sauce. He said that was the best sandwich in the world.
Yeah, he was on to something there for sure. Yeah, I think he's right.
But there ain't nothing better than a good old thing of turnip salad cooked with ham hock, big old glass of tea for dinner with it.
You got it. Don't forget the onion, and if you got some canned tomatoes, get those out in the pepper sauce.
Well, we got canned tomatoes and pepper sauce because during the summertime, we eat in the garden. You eat all you can.
That's right.
And when you're done eat all you can what you hadn't eat.
Yeah, that's right.
then when you have to eat all, then there ain't nothing else left in the garden to eat. You eat what you can.
That's right. Larry, I hope you have a good day.
Yep, and we'll see you come tomorrow.
Try to stay dry. Okay, all right, there you go. That's a professor of useless knowledge, Larry Witcher.